Hi, I'm Klain with Intel Corporation, and I work with SD and NFV in the data center, and today I'm going to build a virtual machine that hosts two containers that communicate directly with each other using Open vSwitch and DPDK. Why, you ask? Because containers are more efficient than VMs, and that means money. There are a few drawbacks, however, because containers still use the Linux kernel networking stack, and any exceptions require elevated privileges. Why use DPDK with Open vSwitch? Because packet throughput is a lot higher, as you can see in this chart, and CPU interrupts are drastically cut as small packets are batched and processed in user space. This is especially meaningful in telecommunications networks. This is the first video in a series of fast networking in the Linux data center using containers and DPDK. In this video, we'll build Open vSwitch and DPDK and allocate system resources. There are 3 additional short videos that will cover setting Open vSwitch parameters and launching it, building 2 containers, one for test PMD and the other for packetgen, and then starting test PMD and packetgen in those containers and seeing the packets flow. You can type along using the commands that we'll show you, or you can download the scripts and run them directly. Any system that's going to do this lab has some hardware requirements. First of all, you need at least 8 GB of RAM. If you have 8 CPUs, that's great too, but the CPUs can be virtual. To get started, install Vagrant and a virtual machine provider like VirtualBox, and then download the Vagrant file shown on your screen at the bit.ly URL. When you execute Vagrant up, the Vagrant file will download all the required packages and scripts. Once Vagrant has provisioned your virtual machine, enter the VM by executing Vagrant SSH. While the Vagrant file will do most of the setup, it's critical in this lab that every time you execute Vagrant SSH in a new terminal window, that you also run source step 00-setenv in the directory shown here. Let's get started. Step 1. Once you're in the Vagrant VM environment, build DPDK so that Open vSwitch can use it. First, cd into the directory containing the DPDK sources. Then run make config specifying t for target and o for output values equal to dpdk_build, and then change into that dpdk_build directory and run make-j8, which speed things up a bit by using 8 threads. Step 2. Build Open vSwitch. Change into the directory containing the Open vSwitch sources and then run auto configuration setup using the provided boot script. Then build Open vSwitch with DPDK support for the current machine architecture by passing arch = native C flags to the configure script, and then specifying the location of the DPDK binaries we just built. Then run make-j8. Step 3. Allocate resources to run Open vSwitch. Make 2 Open vSwitch directories, one at user local etc and the other at user local var run. Next, allocate 2048 huge pages using the command shown, and then mount the huge page file system at mnt huge, and then make sure it worked. Finally, load the user space IO driver and the DPDK IGBU IO driver that we built earlier into the kernel. In this video, we built DPDK, and then we built Open vSwitch, and then we allocated system resources. This is the first video in a series on fast networking in the Linux data center. In the next video, we will launch Open vSwitch using DPDK. Stay tuned.